Welcome to A Day With, where we spend a day with local business owners and creatives. I'm Shantal, and today we're spending the day with Ora Lewis. She is a singer and a spiritual blogger who just released her first single, Talk to Me, which is out now. And she's also one of my dearest friends. So y'all, let's spend a little time with Ora, starting now.
Well, Ora, and I'm a singer, blogger, and a spiritual blogger, I guess, as well.
So to give people a little background, we went to middle school together. And I remember, right? I remember you would write all the time and you would read all the time. And I think I'm just going to start off with a throwback question. Do you miss Black Planet?
Oh, of course. I remember when they were trying to do like a resurgence of that to have it come back, and it just didn't work because it's not the same.
It's not.
The nostalgia period, the people who probably still would have used it, it's probably not going to be on there. But it was amazing. It was such a good time. It was like the MySpace for us.
Exactly.
It was like the Black Twitter space, but just, But yeah, I really enjoed that space. Yeah.
I said I have to ask her if she missed Black Planet, because I remember you were like, I'm gonna make an account. Wait, why are you gonna make an account?
You had to have the those little dolls, when you used to go to those websites to make those digital dolls. You had like your My Scene fashionista little doll sets. That's Black Planet. Like you had the tags, the little glitter name tags, or you had like the dolls. Mm-hmm. It was the editing. It was the customization for me.
It was. But I mentioned you reading a lot. I really read a lot of Black books because of you and Smilene, and
yeah.
I think the first one I remember reading was Fly Girl by Omar Tyree.
Yes, that's still a classic. It's on my bookshelf. Like I have my bookshelf set up, so like my favorite books are like on the top part. Fly Girl. It's a classic.
It was Fly Girls in the Coldest Winter Ever.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I got the reading. I don't read as much now, but I remember reading Black books because of you. So, girl. Then looking at it now in my 30s, I'm like, ooh, I don't think I should be reading that when I was in.
Okay, I think about it to myself. Like some of these books now, I'm like, okay, this was like the HBO Max of our time. Like this is I should not be watching this at this time. But that's okay. I learned a lot because of those books. Black books, I was always fascinated with trying to find us in those characters, or even with the books that we enjoyed and it was like not about us. Sometimes you find your favorite character and you reimagine them as Black. I know some people do that and I would do that all the time. So it was always great to like the North Branch Library was so like a big part of our childhood because Winthrop was right there and North Branch was the next little hangout spot. But they had a great variety of books, and I think if it wasn't for like, as soon as I came here, that was the first safe space, like the library, reading and trying to find worlds that you would wish you could be a part of or like watch on TV. That's a big part of why I like the TV, the Netflix.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I mentioned that because you came out with a song. It's your first single, and that's a whole story.
Yeah.
It's like the beat is one story, the words is another story, and I love the finger snap.
Listen, so what came last, the finger snaps, I think was such an organic part of it because my producer, Charlie Chaplin, he honestly was, whenever we go in the studio together and we just freestyle, we just hang out, have fun, those are where the best songs I think come from. And with this song, the whole process, even when we went back to it and we're adding to it and we're listening to it and we sit with it, the ending came, like we had done it for a couple shows, but we were trying to figure out how we wanted to sound as like a single, like online, and the ending. And the finger snaps was something he added because he was like jamming and it just makes you want to do that. And then it came out perfect. Yeah. And I like that you appreciate it. Because you got to. A song got to make you finger snap.
It does. It does. But before we get to the finger snaps, right? Which is one of my favorite parts, because the vibe of it, I'm about to call you by your government name.
That's
all right, hold on.
I don't mind. I understand having the public social name, music name, but I don't care. It's not a secret.
Christina, with a K.
Yeah.
But the vibe of it, it's just like you just close your eyes and you bob your head, right? And you just zoning out.
That's how I feel.
It's like your body's just swaying. And then with the finger snaps, I opened my eyes. I swear, I was like, double tap the 10 mark. Let me done.
I wish. No, that is amazing. I love that. I love to hear that, and I'm sure they'll love to hear that. Because
shout out to your producer. Hello, Mr. Producer Man. Thank you, sir. No, we need more finger snaps today.
Okay.
Oh, real.
That's good to hear.
Listen, I could talk about the finger snaps and make it into a whole thing, right? But let's they tell a story. Well, how do you write a song? Do you start with the beat first, or do you do the lyrics, or do you have lyrics pre-planned, or what?
It depends. For this particular one, I came through one day, they were just on the guitar, and sometimes they'll strum something and I'm like, that, keep going with that. And then they'll add to that. And then, I just kind of follow the sound. And then there was just this vibe started playing, and I'm like, yeah, more of that. And so it's a collaboration in the whole process, but that's because we have that freedom to do that. So I enjoy working with him because he's willing to hear whatever I'm hearing and try to bring it to life. Because I wish I was good with the guitar. He played a lot of the bass and giving that to the track. And when I hear something, sometimes they'll pull up, whatever you're feeling that day or what the song feels. Sometimes the song has its own story. You're trying to figure out the melody and the words. So that one was kind of a fusion of that. It was a topic of, dealing with people that get you a little frustrated and, you want to talk things through, but then you're unsure if the conversation will lead to a resolution or what you want to hear. And
girl, because when I listened to it 3 times, right? The first time, whenever I listen to something new, I always listen to it once, right? Just to listen to it, be like, okay, I like it. Second time is more like, all right, yeah, I can vibe with it. But with your song, I just listened to it once and I said, yeah, this my shit. Ooh, good Lord, this my thing.
I had to sit with it myself because I'm such a self-critic. And I think the biggest process is learning not to overly, you obviously want to do the best you can, but not be too perfectionist with something, because then you'll never let it go out there if you're worried about every little part. But with this one, it felt like a vibe. It felt honest to what I was feeling. I'm trying to stick to honest areas. It doesn't have to be specific to a person. It could be a combination of situations, but just at least it's something that I could feel like, can I get into this myself and enjoy it? And that's how I can. And I had to play it a couple times because sometimes I'll change my mind. I'll hate something like I loved it the day before. And then it was just like, what was I thinking? That was not it. But with this one, I knew we came together on something really good when I felt happy about it every time I listened to it. So I'm glad that that's how you feel too.
Nah, girl, I loved it. And I'm me and you were Libras. If anyone cares about astrology out there, we Libras. We out. It's almost our season. It's coming.
It's almost time where we come full power.
Give me some power.
We charge up for this season. Oh gosh.
But I could tell that, like you were saying, it felt good, and when you feel good, you're not overthinking it. It just happens. Even when you're like, no, it's like, no, girl, this is it. This is it. So I did feel that with this song. I got a lot of flowetry Erykah Badu's like Next Lifetime.
Those are my girls. I love them.
Then with a splash of Kenny G. Cause I said, is that a bass? Bass.
Yeah. The Charlie Chaplin is like, I'm telling you, I don't know. He starts playing something. I'm like, where did you come up with that? He's like, I don't know. I was just
well, I don't know. Okay. I got superpowers on these instruments. I don't know. God made me this way. I don't know.
He really just be snapping, and I don't think he realizes how hard he snaps. And I'm like, this is giving something, and it definitely was a big part of the song for sure.
Y'all stuck your foot in that though. I'm so happy for y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
So good. If y'all haven't listened to it, I'll link it down below. You have to listen to it, especially when it's fall coming. So you get a hood. You get if you love spice lattes.
Gotta look all out the window while you listen to it. While you hold the sweater close. Like you said, I gotta give you
it's raining, you just
stroke the glass. Just
stroke the glass. Ooh, I'm tired.
It's like reader shit. This is the stuff that when I talk to other people who read and like are into like the fantastic stuff, like sometimes I describe situations and I'm like, it has to give that imagery. You got to feel it. And I love that you got that. Yeah,
I got it. Oh, I can't wait. Just
you Libras are dramatic. We want the little drama in there.
Yep. Got your little pancakes ready. Just
I can't eat.
I'm gonna eat it, but I just can't eat it right
now. I just need a minute.
Just give me a minute. So now that you have this first single out, are you planning on doing like other releases, or are you gonna do like an EP or a full one or a mixtape?
Yeah, I mean, so sorry to like the industry formularities. I don't know the exact differences between the EP and a mixtape. I want to do one of those. You know,
you just want to release stuff.
You know, so but truly, I would like a full project, maybe about like 5 or 6 songs I'm working towards, and then I'm working with some artists now, which is a new experience for me in the sense of like writing with them. So I'm getting into that. And yeah, I have some stuff that I'm gonna be releasing that leads to the project, but yeah, this is the season for that, I guess.
Yeah. I'm excited. Oh my God.
Thank you.
I'm very excited. I truly am, because like I said, when in middle school, you were always writing. And then when you would let me read some of this stuff, I'm like, this is a poem. This is a short story. What you gonna do with it? And then you started singing, and our little choir back then, good Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Oh my God, remember when we were doing dance crews and like we would have the talent show? I'm telling you, Winter Kids, we went through so much together. It's like when you see each other out in life, you're like, you know, we did all of that stuff together.
We made it.
Oh my God. Yeah, seriously, all of that stuff was formative, was important. Yeah, you were always one of the people that I would even let share, you know, what I was writing. And I was so shy with that stuff. And even till now, like I'm still trying to figure out how to be more bold with that. But keep true to myself in the way I want to do it, because I think for me, initially, I thought having to be out there and networking, it was a little overwhelming, but I realized I can go at my own pace. Like I don't have to be at so many events if necessary, or I can also try to find people that make me feel good. Like when I talk to them, that they're great energy. So I had to figure that process out a little too, to be more comfortable in there.
Yeah. No, it's crazy out here.
Yeah, because a lot of that is the behind the scenes, is the people you work with. And sometimes you can have all these ideas, but if you don't know how, if the person that you're working with doesn't always know how to understand your language necessarily, or you guys can't connect, it's harder to do that. There's some people you build a team with, or friendships that you have these creative bonds where it flows that way. So that did take me some time to do that, but having to do that meant coming out of my shell a little bit. So yeah.
Girl, I gotta get on my shell too.
Yeah. It's a process. It's every day.
It is every day. It is every day. I know yesterday was different from today, but yesterday was a little harder than the day before, and I know it's harder today.
Yep. And tomorrow, the new hard that you weren't ready for, but you gotta figure it out.
Yeah. That's true. There ain't nothing in your shell. You gotta come out.
Yeah. I mean, the shell is good. The shell is protective. It's a nice
shell is home. Oh my gosh.
It's a little tight in there, but you've seen it before. You got to come out of there.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Especially when you look around, you like, I'm so sick of these. Then you go outside and it's like, oh, it's pretty cool out here. Mm-hmm. Okay, I can be out here for a little bit.
Yeah, it is true. You're doing it. Sometimes you find days where it's not good, but then sometimes you go out and you meet people in your same energy, same vibe, or you have a good day. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah. So, as for your team, is it just you and your producer, or is it not like big, but how big?
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Like a team, I'm still putting that together. I mean, ideally I would want a band next. Shows, yeah, because there's voice is great, but having like that dynamic sound behind you would be amazing and kind of brings that extra element to the song that I would like to have. Especially for covers, there's some great covers I would love to do. But as far as like a team, I'm just kind of right now there's just people from different places and different spaces that I've worked, but I don't necessarily have a full team just yet. But I'm working on it. I would like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But
somebody on the team. I don't know who's looking to be.
I'll put her Instagram.
Let me know.
Don't be playing around though. Don't be playing around. Do it. She family, so if something go down, if she tells me.
That's right, we family. Yeah.
I ain't built like the Pillsbury Doughboy for nothing. I'm cute, but
cut it out. Yeah. No, she will always be there, always in the corner. Like the video thing. Thank you. That was so cute. Like
girl, I was so excited. I said I have to let people know because. First of all, you're a Black woman creating when you're afraid.
Yeah.
You don't know what the reception is going to be, but you put it out there. Anyway. So I guess my final question is, how important is it to create when you're afraid?
Oh,
girl, I know.
That's it. But that's a good, no, honestly, because fear is my state of no, but I'm trying to get out of that state of being. I'm normally just in there. I'm nervous because, and the reason that I'm nervous is different from what I think people think it is. It's like stage fright is definitely a thing for sure, but then feeling like vulnerable, because if you're writing about something that's true to what you're going through, you get nervous about how people perceive it. Are my feelings valid? Even how it's artistically portrayed. So you get nervous for all of those choices and like what people are picking up, and you're hoping that they can understand you. And that's okay if they don't, it helps you grow. It helps you like evolve in that way, but it's important to still do when you're nervous because it shows what your individuality is, like as far as what you are still willing to do in the face of others and how that speaks to who you are. That's so important. And to show that you can still do it even when you are afraid, because that is the thing. But that doesn't come without friends. Like I've had people like you who are incredibly supportive, or like even when I'm in the studio and there's like a block, or if I have doubts about something, about the song. Like I had so many periods of, doubts with this, and you have those people that are like, they help you work through that, and they're like, it's okay to feel that way, but I'm going to tell you this, this, and this. Mm-hmm. And you learn to have that self-confidence in what you're putting out, while also being able to receive that it's not as bad as you think. Things are not as scary as they seem. Yeah. It's a whole journey.
Yeah. But I appreciate it though, because I love seeing my friends just creating, because it shows me that like, yo, it's okay. Go. If they all right. Just
same
go.
thing though, like with the whole acting and then getting to where you've gotten and doing the vlogs now and this kind of stuff. How do you feel when you're afraid? How do you get out of? I would like some advice.
Ooh, yes. Girl, this is not about me. No.
I need that.
I get you. I think what I'm trying to balance is everyone is doing the same thing, and that's okay. The only difference is me. I know what I can bring, because everyone's doing a podcast, everyone is vlogging, everyone is singing, mostly everybody is a photographer or videographer now.
Right.
But it's going to be different because it's you. And the more that I have to keep saying to myself, like, yo, it's you. You know what to do. You get on here, it's easy. You don't get nervous. That's how you know it's for you. When you're not nervous, you get excited. You get anxious.
Yeah.
You get anxious. There's a difference between nervous and anxious. Anxious is like, come on, let's come on, I'm ready. But then that can be a downside too, when you get older, because you don't want the anxiousness to build up to where you come off as cocky. And I thank God that I'm not cocky, but there have been instances where like with Teen Wolf, I remember I got sick during, I used to have a Twitter. I don't have no more. It's scary over there. I can't do it. It's too scary over there, girl. I have to leave it.
It's fun, but
So I would live tweet the show just for fun and things like that. But I got sick one Monday, and I couldn't live tweet it. So when I went back Tuesday to check if like anyone was looking for me, ain't nobody looking for me. I'm like, oh.
But see, that's being cocky. That's, you honestly were a big part when you got on that Teen Wolf. I was so excited for you. I was telling everybody, I was like, yo, we make sure the channel is up. And the voting, we're gonna be doing the commenting and the reviewing, the retweeting and the tagging. I was, listen, with that whole thing, like I can't imagine how incredible of an experience that was. Like, because I'm seeing you live your dreams and going out there. Like, I'm so proud of you for that.
Thank you. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun, but I learned a lot from it. Like, yo, you ain't really it, so it's okay. No. But what I mean by that is,
oh my God, there was tweets up and down where you were the fan favorite, and it was okay, but we need the story arc. It needs to reoccur. No, like, I know, like in the industry sense.
Yeah. You sound like John H. Like, when are they calling?
I'm so serious. That was like a highlight. I don't think you understand. Tumblr, another thing I like Black Planet, like Tumblr gives Black Planet a set, like you can curate the page that way.
Yes.
And the reblogs of Shantal and Teen Wolf, you gotta go look that up. Like, there's a whole fan group. I did. I'm telling you, girl, you were loved. That was so.
That part I knew. Like the fan wise, because I came as a fan, but yeah, I know most people didn't expect that. Now I went to school for this. Y'all gonna see me.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah. The theater was always there.
Always. But it was like, what I mean by that was it's okay to not expect the things that you think you should expect.
Right. Yeah.
Because
leave it that way, I guess.
Yeah, it was like you learn a lot about the business side. It's the business side that's really scary. It'll mess you up.
Yeah, and you got to figure out how to like move with relationships that way too. But when time is also money and people, it gets very busy.
It does.
Even with this, like I have to learn, because there's friends who are doing music in like the wedding scene, like there's bookings and there's like, events and things like that. And I'm starting to do some of those things, but then you also realize you're not defined by those things. Like if you are invited to those spaces, you got to put yourself out there and create that space for yourself where it comes to you, or you can create it for you, or you can know that even if it doesn't come to me or those doors close for me, I can build one myself and have the people who, like Issa says, like work like alongside of you. Like sometimes we look out this way and look up and see a lot of what we could do out there, but we could do it here if we work alongside each other. Like, and you find those connections and you build that industry around you if that's not coming to you.
Yeah.
Make yourself. It's hard, but yeah.
Make your own table.
Make your own table. I've had to
table.
That's a big thing for sure.
It's true though. But if any advice, I would just say, just know that when you do something, it's yours.
Yes.
When you put it out there, it is what it is. But I think it feels better. Like, of course, like I'm praising you because you did that thing. But I know for sure that it doesn't compare to how you feel like, I finally did something I was going to check off my list. And that is a Libra thing.
Oh. Check. That check is so nice.
It's done. I did it.
And you did it in the way you want. And I love that you said that. When you do something, it's yours. And that's the biggest thing for me. I want it to be mine. I want to be proud of it. It took a long time coming for sure. And I knew I was willing to take my time so that I could grow more behind the scenes and then do what came natural, what felt good. So yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you. There's gonna be more to come.
Yes.
Before we go, please let the people know where to find you and plug your song. Please plug it.
Yeah, so I'm Ora, and you can find me on Instagram and as Soul Ora, well, Soul __ Ora. Twitter, Soul _ just one Ora, and Facebook, Ora Lewis. I mean, you can find me on those. TikTok, I think. I got to double check TikTok. I'm so sorry. But yes, you can find me on that. Talk to Me is out now on all platforms. So wherever you listen to it, you can find me there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ora. Thank you, Christina. Spend the day with us. Y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. That's my friend. Ora, thank you so much for spending the day with us. Congrats to you and your team on this wonderful song, and I can't wait to hear more. Y'all, thank you so much for listening. If you want to hear more from Ora, links will be in the description box down below. Please like if you enjoyed this, and if you want more A Day With, please look at the A Day With playlist. Subscribe if you want to see more from me, and y'all be safe and enjoy your day.